there is what I do. And what I do is open action figures on the internet. Hello, my friends. Well, we got another action figure to unbox here. And this is a Marvel Legends X-Men Monuino. Oh, House of X Wolverine. I, I, I can't tell what that says. Yeah. Now, I'm not up on the modern X-Men comics. I haven't read really any Marvel comics in many years. I kind of stopped reading Marvel comics mostly around the time that they decided it was a good idea to have Spider-Man sell his soul to the devil. And I thought that was really, really stupid. So I kind of stopped reading most of Marvel comics and kept up with a few characters that I really like Captain America. I tried to keep up with Captain America, and there was a lot of good stuff going on with him. But then they decided it was a good idea to turn Captain America into a Nazi. And that was really stupid. So that was when I stopped reading Marvel comics for good, and haven't read any in a long time. So I haven't read this new House of X series, although I understand now Wolverine and Jean Grey and Cyclops are like a polyamorous threesome of some kind, which I think is pretty funny. Not that I have a problem with people being polyamorous or whatever. I got a lot of friends that are polyamorous, and it seems to work pretty well for them. I don't think it would work very well for me, though. I have a hard enough time trying to convince one girl to go out with me, let alone multiple people to go out with me. So, so anyway, but I thought that was I actually kind of liked that idea. I thought it was funny, like I said, but I don't know if you're supposed to think it's funny or just think it's sexy or whatever. But I got a chuckle out of it. But I haven't really read much of the comic book. What I do know is that when I saw this Wolverine figure, and you'll get a better look at him when I take him out of the package, obviously, is he's in a brown and orange costume, which is not exactly the Wolverine costume that I remember from my childhood, but it's so darn close. Like, if it had just all orange legs and brown trunks and a red belt instead of a brown belt, it would pretty much exactly be that. And it looks like it's based on the same mold with the good claws like the X-Force Wolverine has that I really like. So let's go ahead and open them up. Well, before I do that, let's look a little more of the package. It's got a picture of all the figures in this assortment, and there are a few of these that I do intend on getting. Like, I definitely want to get Marvel Girl, and if I get a better look at them and I like them, I might get this Cyclops. I might get this Magneto. I don't know. I'd probably get Moira McTaggart, because I never in a million years thought I'd get an action figure of Moira McTaggart. So that's pretty cool. And, she looks like she might be good for, customization. Anyway, let's go ahead and get him opened up. Pull out the little tray. And it's got an X-Men logo stamped in the back. This House of X logo. And that weird, funky... Is it like some kind of mutant language? I don't know. Because, like I said, I'm not up on the comics anymore. But he does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. There is a Build-A-Figure in this assortment, and it's Tri-Sentinel, which does not look anything like the Tri-Sentinel that I remember that Spider-Man fought, except for he does apparently have 3 heads, but he's really skinny. It's not a bad-looking figure. I suppose, anybody who is up on the modern X-Men comics will probably recognize him immediately. Oh, Tri-Sentinel, that's awesome! But I don't really... I'm just kind of... Okay. I don't think I'm going to go through the trouble of trying to build that one. But here's his alternate head, and I don't know if you can see it very well because of the light from the monitor. Let me see, maybe I can get that a little better. He's got a little bit of a gray goatee, which I can very much identify with. And that's more of a neutral expression on his face. And the head that he actually has in the package has this nice wicked grin on his face, like he's very happy. He's a very jolly Wolverine who's very pleased that he's going to kill some people. Or already has killed some people. Uh yeah, it's got those good claws that I like on the X Force one, but they don't seem quite as solid. The plastic seems a little more flexible. I could be wrong about that, but they're nice and thick, and they're staying in his hand pretty well. They don't pop out too easily, like I feel like the older Marvel Legends claws do. And he looks great. He's got that short, stubby look to him, like Wolverine ought to have, and treads on his boots. This is a really cool figure. I really like this figure. So let's let you get a closer look at him. So he's really posable. So you can get him into all those claw ripping poses like you like for Wolverine to have. I think if I had one complaint about this figure, it would be that the alternate head is another masked head. And yeah, he's got a different facial expression, and he's got the kind of gray goatee. And, I guess that's probably good to have, like, an alternate look, even if it's just something like that. But I think I would have rather had an unmasked head with him. But, fortunately, there's plenty of unmasked Wolverine heads. You can probably swap one on there if you want to. So, that's just my opinion. The belt's a separate piece, so if you feel like the belt's too low, you can push it up a little bit. If you feel like it's too high, you can push it back down to where it was before. I think I'm probably going to try to keep it a little above the cut of the waist, because I like for Wolverine's belt to be a little bit higher. That's just me. If I turn his waist, that should get it at just the right length. I kind of don't want to see that joint. I kind of hide that joint as best as possible. I think that might look best. Maybe I could take some xylene and kind of try to wash the orange paint off of his pelvis, and then he could look like he has trunks. And that would look a little bit more like the old Wolverine from the 80s, like I'm talking about. I know they made one, and mine disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. So that makes me very sad. But I am happy that now I have this one, and this is a pretty cool Wolverine figure to have. I think this is the X-Force Wolverine is probably one of the best molds of Wolverine, and I would like to see it in some more different colors. Like, I think you could probably make a pretty good John Cassidy Wolverine costume with this mold. It would mainly just take, like, a different paint application, because I'm pretty sure it would have all the same straps on the belts and on the boots and on the gloves. Like, I'm pretty sure that one has similar type of straps. And even if it didn't, it'd probably look pretty good with those type of straps anyway. All you'd really have to do, mold-wise, is make some shoulder pads to go on there. Maybe you could even reuse the shoulder pads like what came on the blue Marvel Legends Wolverine. Maybe you could reuse those. I don't know. But that would be a cool thing to see. I really like this Wolverine mold, and I'm glad to see them use it again. And as much as I like the black and gray costume, and make no mistake, I do like that black and gray costume. That one's actually pretty sharp. To me, the brown and gray, the brown and orange is always what I think of as being like the quintessential Wolverine look. That's what I think of as Wolverine. Is nothing against the blue and yellow costume, because that one's classic too. But just for me, like because of the age I started reading comics at, this is the Wolverine I always think of. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode, and I will open another action figure next time I buy one, and we can talk about that some more. All right, take care. Bye.